YouTube. Today we're going to go card hunting. So what I'm going to do is you're going to be over my shoulder, I guess. I'm going to go in and I'm going to go find good sports cards investments by doing some good old-fashioned research. But before we get into that, I want to remind you of the Sports Card Society, where almost every day I send an exclusive video to my sports card members, to my society members, showing them a specific sports card investment that I'm making and laying out all the research as to why. For instance, well, that's not it. We were buying this John Morant here for about $650, $700, and then today the latest one sold for $2,000, so that's a pretty good one. We also have had a lot of other ones like the, I don't know, a Deandre Ayton Prism we were buying for like $110, $120, and now it's over $200. A lot of good examples. Anyways, links in the description. SPORTSCARDCONSULTANT.com. So, by the way, please give this video a like, give it a sub, all that wonderful stuff. Let's dive in. The first place I'm going to go is I'm going to go into the Market Movers tool. I'm going to pull up all the basketball cards that went up the most in the last 7 days. Excuse me, I need to take a drink of beer. Wonderful. Yummy. And this is where I'm going to start today. There's a lot of different ways and styles that I'll use to like conduct research and find good sports cards investments. They always involve multiple steps, but all the steps aren't necessarily always the same. It kind of depends where it starts. And when I'm just going to look to dig stuff up, I'll just go into the Market Movers tool because there's so much data here that I can just like arrange it in a lot of different ways. Anyways, link for this is in the description too for the Market Movers tool. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month or your first year. I highly recommend a year because not only do you get 20% off the whole year, which is way better than just 1 month, it's already a discounted price when you pay annually compared to monthly. You pay less. You'd be paying less a year anyways without the code. Anyways, but that's why I'm starting today. What is today? Thursday? It's kind of crazy, right? We're already 7 days, a whole week into 2021. Do you think things feel different yet? I don't know. Leave a comment. So let's go through here and take a look. I don't really want to be digging around any of these raws because they can vary so much from one to another. Like I can be looking at 2 Kyrie Irving 2012 hoops raw bases, and one of them's got a ding corner and the other one's got a scratch on it, and then there's a third one that looks pretty good, doesn't have any of that stuff. I don't even want the other 2. I'm just going to pay more for the good looking one. And some people are going to buy the lesser ones. So it makes a wide, kind of less predictable range for a raw card. But what I would say is if you can compare the raw to the PSA 10 version, and if the PSA 10 is like at least, I'd like to see at least 10 times more than your average raw, because we still see that here. We see what the average is. Doesn't mean you're going to get a good one for $18.99, but this is the average people are paying. So it does mean something. So if this average is 1/10 or more, if PS 10 is 10 times greater than or more, 10 times greater than or whatever, than this average, then it might be worth it. But also you want to look at the numbers, like is a PSA 10 worth $100 or is a PSA 10 worth $1,000? I'm much more inclined to take those kind of risks on the more expensive cards. So going through here, DeAndre Hunter, for some reason his PSA 9 in the last 7 days went up quite a bit. So I'm assuming he has 28 sales here. That's pretty relevant in 7 days. That's at least 4 a day of this card. I'm gonna average 95. Now on graded cards, this average number is much more accurate because all these cards are like looked at the same, as opposed to raws aren't looked at all the same because one can have a dinged corner, scratches, and the other one can have nothing, no damage looking on it. People pay very different prices. PSA 9 people are going to pay roughly the same price. PSA 10, same thing. Graded, period. 28, let's take a look at this card. It's going to pull up the chart here. Yeah, buddy. Whoo. Mr. Deandre Hunter. So we're looking at from October 9th to today, January 7th. That's at least the time I'm recording this. I don't know when you're watching it, but for me right now, it is a late night on the 7th of January, 2021. Excuse me, I need a drink. Wonderful. And at night, I like to take a little time, research sports cards, maybe have a beer or two, and apparently record a video. So let's see here. Why has this thing gone up so much? When on the 2nd, let's put Deandre Hunter up. That's StarStock. Deandre Hunter. Actually, I just sold some Deandre Hunter cards now that I think about it, that I had up, and they just kind of got nabbed. People paid pretty much what I was asking, and I wondered why. So let's look more into it. Excuse me. Goodness. All right, Deandre, what you got going on? Let's get your stats for the year. Yeah, the Hawks been doing pretty decent. So he's averaging 16 points. So he's taking a step up. 16. What do you got for boards? 6. I'd call that a step up. Assists, a step up. My guess is, well, his minutes aren't really very different. So he's just being more effective. That's good. Let's look at his individual games. What do you got here, Deandre? Okay, not impressive. There's a good one. Another good one. So he's really kind of, his first games, 11, 15, 11, 11. Excuse me, so there's 4 games. And his next 4 games, 23, 17, 23, 17. He's on a good trend. That's a pretty good trend. I can see why his cards, what day did his cards really go up? 4th. And then today, yesterday, the 6th. When were these games? So he put up 17. It's not crazy, but then the 4th, that makes sense. So it's going on during his games, right? I said 4th and 6th. 4th, yeah, and 6th. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what's for sale on eBay. Apparently I got some offers out here. Some of the stuff I'm looking at. Deandre Hunter, PSA 9. Really? 78, 88. Okay, 70. I feel like Deandre Hunter's a guy I would want a 10 of. Just because I don't know how much upside he's got, and the 10s are always going to go before the 9s. Stop telling me what I'm outbid on. I'm good. Let's see what they've sold for. I mean, just to double check. Because Market Movers doesn't get every single sale off eBay. Can you just permanently hide here? Go away. Best offer. Who? Oh, okay. Less than 78. 57. Now here's a true one. 46.25. But they did go up. I'm not seeing the... Oh, $95 sale. Where was that? Oh, you know what? That was probably this one. Best offer accepted. It was probably this one right here, because that is the latest sale. So this was $95. Interesting. So now we can know. So this one I'm assuming must have been this one, going for $49.98. Whoops. $57.98. You on here? Okay. There we go. It's really jumping up though. Someone paid 95, so I think you can still, obviously you can still get it for less than 95. This person paid something. So let's get rid of that. 78, 70. Let's look at the 10s. Look at this highly refined search up here too, huh? Oh yeah, it's for the 9. Let me. Is there a spot to change it? There it is. Boom. Are there any buy it nowsers? I suppose. Wait. Well, let's look on market movers for what they're going for. Change this to a 10. Again, the link for the market movers tool is in the description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off. First month of your first year. Let's see here. Yeah, he had a nice little spike. So it looks like the 9 followed the 10 because the 9 didn't start spiking until the 4th, 5th, 6th. And here we are seeing a spike on the 2nd of the 10. That's the way it usually goes. Sometimes the ripple doesn't even get to the 9. That's why I'm saying on card this price, go for the 10. Has he got more upside? That might be an interesting one to buy. Because if we can get in early on it. So if I were to get it for under 140, ideally way less than that even if possible. That would be great. What was the pop count? So there's only 573 of these cards. What's up, Deandre? This card, funny enough, this is the bra card. This would not be a 10 because you can see this is thicker over here than over here. Not that it has anything to do with what we're doing right now. 165 or best offer. Burbank on it. Burbank's probably one of the best sports card dealerships, shops in the country, no doubt about it. Insane. So I don't know. Come in here, maybe make a best offer, see who will accept. They're tough, but come in here, make a few offers, and see what will happen. It looks like he's really uptrending though. 4 straight games. He's on Atlanta, who's doing pretty damn well. What's their record now? Oh, they're 4-4. They've been dropping. Never mind. So they're 4-4. Who did they lose to? Charlotte, the Knicks, Cavs. Beat the crap out of the Nets. Huh, interesting. Goodness. All right, that's a possibility. Let's go to the next one. Let's keep looking. This is the kind of research I do for my Sports Card Society members. Go through all kinds of stuff like this and just keep going until I find good buys. And I don't necessarily find one every day, but most days I do. Some days more than one for sure. And I let them know, like whatever you guys are going to watch me here, I'm going to find stuff. And I'm going to recommend that to my members before I ever publish this video live. So they get first crack at it. What else we got here? I don't want any raws. I don't want to mess around with it. Well, it is Jordan. God, I don't know much about stickers. Not highly. Let's look at this chart anyways. 14 sales of it. Let's look. They say 7. What are they going for? That's too big of a spike. It's Jordan and all. That's too big of a spike. Nope, I don't like that. I don't know what the hell that's about. I feel like that. What the hell? eBay. Buy it now. $9.99. $9.99. What was it here? Okay, sounds like they haven't went crazy. I don't know what that sale was about. So that's interesting. $9.99. PSA 7. Sticker. And everyone else is crazy. So that one's a good buy. And they're even doing best off. You might be able to get less than that. Interesting. Interesting. It's a hard one to go recommend to my society, though, because I don't see there being enough available for them to come in here and just get this I'll go after this one, which I might actually end up buying this one. Best offer, make an offer. It's one for me to buy though. So I can't recommend. There's one available. I mean, I guess I can send it out and say, take a look, try to negotiate with people. But looking at these guys' prices, they're nowhere. They're not going to come down under $1,000 right now. That's just too much because that sale. They know what's going on. For some reason, this person doesn't know or something. Doesn't know about the sale. So on to the next. But that's one. If you're doing this research yourself, buy it. There's only one available, so either I'm going to buy it or not, but I'm not going to recommend it in my society because I just don't think they can find it. I don't think it'll be available. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, raws on that page. I don't want to mess around with raws. Jaylen Brown. He has been tearing it up. So let's take a look. Yeah. Oh, tonight on Netflix, my lady and I were watching this show called I think it was The History of Swearing. Nicolas Cage was the host. I recommend it. I liked it. It was good. I appreciated it. You very well might too. Hell, maybe you've seen it. Leave a comment below if you've seen it. Tell me what you thought. Let's check this out. It's a nice looking card. I like that. Prism Silver going back from October to now it's about 3 months. And it was at 680 and then boom. Let's take a look at it on eBay. What now? Okay, 680, 1250, 2500, 19. Well, they really, so these guys are optimists. They think it's going to get to there. I don't hate it. I don't hate the move, but not available for my society. So, but for me personally, maybe. Ooh, jaw, interesting. I might like this. There's going to be a lot of these available. And jaw, 640. I don't know why the hell you would shoot up right now because you're still injured and they're not sure when you're going to come back. So last sale was 470. Before that it was 300. Let's see what it is on eBay. But nah. 350. Okay. That's what we said, right? It's PS10. 300. 470. I like 350. 350 makes sense. Because Jaw's soft right now. His market's soft because he's out. But he's coming back. He will be back. And hopefully the Grizzlies can at least hold it together to keep themselves in a position where they can get to the playoffs, which I think that's quite possible. And even if not, the homeboy here, John Morant's going to come back and he's going to light it up. That's how I feel about it. So this is absolutely something I would buy. This is absolutely something I'm going to recommend to my society. Come in here and try to get this thing for $350 or less. I mean, there was just a sale for $470. That is higher than where the norm has been. But again, his market's soft, and he is getting closer to coming back. I think he's probably 2 to 3 weeks away, something like that. So that's not very long. And people are going to start getting back into this. So I really like this card. Low pop. Let's see, is there another John Morant on this? Another John Morant. But I like this one. See, this one I can recommend to the society because there's enough of them out there to go get them. Because it's just silly to recommend a card to a group of people that there's only one available that's worth buying. It's even close to worth buying. There's a lot of these that are negotiable for sure. Again, for the exit strategy for this card would be to obviously, if you want, it depends what you want to do. If you want to just hold Ja rookies, good time to buy Ja rookies. If you just want to hold them, in my opinion, it's all in my opinion. Everything's in my opinion, right? Because I don't actually know the future. I'm just giving my researched guess. Yeah. So it's my opinion. Anyways, Ja's going to come back, and there's a lot of season left, and he's going to have some pretty good games. And if you've been watching this NBA market, one good game does a significant spike to most cards. It definitely sends the cards up because it puts positive light on a player and it builds people's confidence. One game can do that. And Ja's already put up at least 140 pointer this season. Did he do two? I think he just did one, but maybe he already did two. Like that is he's gonna get some spikes because we only get to see a little bit of him and then he got hurt and the excitement was high. But the market, as you can see, has been pretty chill because it spiked up big here. It's probably when he had 40 points and then he got hurt and now it's just been down here soft, right? So and sold for 346. He was certainly on his way up. And he will be. You can see the overall trajectory of this card is towards up in the last 3 months. And now the season's in play and he is going to be back. Good card. I'm going to recommend that to my society. So anyways, probably going to end the video here. All the links are in the description. Links to the Sports Card Society. Links to the Market Movers tool. Use code Society for 20% off. I think I even have a StarStock link in there where if you use code SPORTSCARDCONSULTANT, you'll get $10 free when you deposit $10 or more. I got a link in there for a crash course to modern sports card investing. It's free. It's a video that I made walking through some of the things anyone newer to sports card investing really needs to know. Things like, hey, which ones are worth the most? You got Prism, you got Optic, you got Mosaic, you got Hoops, you got Donruss. What's the hierarchy of that stuff? What kind of grading companies should I use? What does a PSA 10 do compared to a BGS 10, compared to an SGC 10? What's a PSA 9 compared to a SGC 9.5? You know, stuff like that. And what to really look more at and what are more risky, are high risk, high reward, and what are more steady and more kind of real long-term investments, stuff like that. I go over stuff like that in the course. But anyways, all links in the description. Take a look at Ja Morant when you see this video. He's probably not going to be back by the time you see this video. As a matter of fact, I'll probably publish this within a few days of making it. So he'll definitely not be back. So if you see this, maybe he's still in play if my society members haven't already nabbed it up. All right, stay classy. You're awesome.